Alright, so I've been driving with TSP Stage 1 for, I don't know, probably a week and a half now. And this car is so much more lively than it was from the factory. It is a blast to drive. And this car, if you own a Type R, you know that the car stock is really fun. Just the way it handles turns, the way it really doesn't lose grip on the street. It's an absolute joy to drive. So tuning it was the best decision. And I'm going to give my thoughts on TSP Stage 1 and how I use it. So right now I'm in map 1, which is the highest boost setting, which you don't actually tune for boost pressure, you tune for like a torque target, and then the car just makes whatever boost it needs to hit that torque target. So I normally drive in map 3. Map 3 is like the medium settings. It's a lot faster than stock, but it also just doesn't, in my mind, put as much wear and tear on the car. So you can use the cruise control buttons to switch which map you're in, just like really with K-Tuner, with the 10th gen Civics, same thing with the 11th gen Civics. But so now I can go to map 3. This is how I normally drive it. It's fast enough. Map 3 is kind of the middle of the road, so I feel like it's fast enough, but it's not overkill. Like when you're in plus R mode and you're in map 1 where all gears are like maximum boost pressure, it feels very twitchy to me. And so you like give it a little bit of gas and it does a lot. And that's not really what I want. I mean, of course you can go down to comfort mode or sport mode or something like that. And on the highway, normally I do drive in comfort or sport. But when you want to have a little bit of fun, I find it a little bit of fun during daily driving. It's a little twitchy in the highest mode. Now you can go to map 2 where it limits the torque a little bit in first and second gear. But in third gear and fourth gear and fifth gear and so on, you're just kind of making full boost all the time, and I don't need that. So the medium setting is absolutely perfect for me. Now, this car pulls hard. Kind of down low it pulls hard, but where it really shines is like 4,500 RPMs to like 6,800. And they kind of tuned it that way. Now, if you know anything about TSP Stage 1 versus like the variable tunes normally make a lot more torque down low. I've never actually used the tune, but I've heard they kind of fall off a little bit towards the top end. And I just don't think that's good for a clutch. So I really like TSP Stage 1. Derek Robinson's fantastic to work with. So I like to support him whenever I can. So we're going to go on the highway. And I'm just going to do a few pulls so you can see it. This is going to be in map 3. So this isn't as high as the tune gets, but this is how I daily drive the car. And the car, as you can see from that launch, is still plenty fast. So on that pull, I made just about 22 pounds of boost, 21.9 or so. And I think the real limiting factor of the stock car, especially with a tune, is the intercooler. Now, I was driving the car earlier, I let it sit in the driveway for a little bit, and the intake temp went up to 138 degrees. And now that I've been driving for a few minutes, it's down to 114, but it's still hot. When it's 80 degrees out, it's at 113 right now. And when you do pulls, it gets heat soaked pretty quickly. But overall, I am really happy with this tune. If you guys have it, let me know what you think of it. I've talked to some people who've put it on their car and they said, I don't feel a difference. I absolutely feel a difference with this tune. The butt dyno is way different. So for all the people who says that they've had an issue where they don't feel it being any different than like the factory, or not the factory, but the maps that come from Honda, it is way different. Just the way the power hits, the way it feels, it is so much better to daily drive this than it is with this Honda base maps. So let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I try to reply to all the comments, but please like and subscribe to the video.